Hey, I'm Adam Heller, and when it comes to pain, apparently I'm really not much different than you. Last week, I was walking on the beach, and all of a sudden I got a little twinge in my hip. It's just like a little bit of pain, and I was walking on an angle a little bit on the sand, so of course my mind said, well, you're walking off kilter, it hurts a little bit. So it kind of came, and it went a little bit. And then I finished my walk, and then a little bit later in the day, my lower back started to hurt. And okay, this is what's going on in my mind. Maybe I pulled something, maybe I did something. I've been hiking and walking, all that crap's going on in my mind. And then as the day went on, comes, goes, then all of a sudden it started getting stronger. And my back really started to hurt. And what do? I start stretching. Listen, I'm supposed to be the pain guy. I'm stretching. All right, I probably just pulled a little something. Makes sense, right? It's logical. The next day, the pain's worse. I'm still able to go for my walk, but my back is really starting to hurt. And it's now moving around. It was like in my lower back, and then it went to my upper back a little bit, and then it came back to my lower back. And then all of a sudden, it kind of dropped more from my back into my butt cheeks, and then down about 10 inches below that into my upper legs, and it kind of settled down there, and it was hurting, and it was burning. It was like hurting, it was burning. Okay, and so I come home, and all of a sudden the pain, listen, if you're watching this, you've probably experienced it. The pain is so strong, I try and lay down on the bed, and it's, again, my like butt cheeks and my upper legs are burning, and just the pain is so intense. I can't lay there. I try and sit. I can't sit. I'm walking around. If I keep walking, it seems to feel a little better, but the minute I sit, the minute I lay down, it's horrible, and it just gets, on a 0 to 10, it's like a 15. I mean, I am literally down on my knees, I'm on my knees, I'm on the bedroom floor, kind of leaning on the bed, and I'm just, it's so strong. And look, my whole life is pain relief, and I'm thinking, I got to go to the hospital. I got to get an injection. This pain is, I've never had one. This pain is so strong and so searing and so intense. And my mind is swirling all over, crap, and my whole business is going to go down the toilet. I've got this pain. All this is going on, and it's so extreme. It hurts so badly. I don't even know how to describe. You've probably experienced that, or you probably wouldn't be watching this video, but the pain was so horrible. So I like get back to my feet, and I get over, and I take a Zero Pain Now package that's supposed to go to somebody, and I pull it, open it up, pull the stuff out of the envelope, and I grab the workbook, the Zero Pain Now workbook. Now, I haven't looked at that thing since I wrote it. It's a lot of years, and I'm in so much pain, and my mind is swirling. I don't know how to describe. There's so much pain. I'm trying to concentrate on, doing the process, and it hurts so badly. And I get out the kind of workbook thing, and I'm writing down everything that makes me angry and the emotions and all that stuff. And it's everything I can do. I'm trying to focus on it. And in my mind, I go, okay, this all started a day or two or day before I had a 40th high school reunion. Okay, so clearly maybe that, God, nobody could have some emotion tied to high school, could they? So I start kind of doing the Zero Pain Now process and asking myself and writing in the workbook and doing all this at the same time. And this stuff came up around high school and how are these people doing versus me, and money and all, just stuff flying into my awareness. And that led me to other things. And there's all these emotions, and once the process starts, your mind just keeps going in different directions. So I'm struggling through the pain, and so the reunion, and there's that stuff, and everything that goes with that, and I have a mother that's 91 and needs help, and I've got a son in college, and everything goes with that. I got a brother that's sick, and all these things that have emotions in my life. And then all of a sudden, this thought, this feeling, you know, it's all anger and it's all rage and all these things, and it's spewing all over the place, and I'm sitting there probably looking like an idiot, but that's okay. And then all of a sudden this thing came up where I'm going to be, you know, I'm taking care of all these people. Well, I'm alone, I'm single, you know, there's not going to be anybody there to take care of me. I'm going to have to take care of myself, and someday I'm going to get sick and nobody there, and just kind of how pissed off, and then kind of spewing internal, of course, but anger at those people that I would see are responsible for that, all this stuff and all this emotion. And then all of a sudden, in this, by the way, all this happens in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. The pain goes from this 15 down to like a 0.5. It just goes away. And you know, I'm just kind of there. I'm still on my knees. I get up, I move, you know, make sure I can move. And I feel like I have been through World War III, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And over the next day or so, you know, I think it's done, and it isn't quite, I get little bouts. I'd be laying around or walking in, and I just feel in my lower back and my butt, again, cheeks and down into my leg, little. So, you know, a 3. And then I go back and I do the process for a couple of minutes and it goes away. And this went back and forth for a couple of days and then gone. Now completely gone and completely back. And it was horrific. It reminds me how horrible pain is, and how people that maybe like you that go through this day after day after day after day, and how terrible it is. And it also was a wonderful experience for me because it solidified my knowledge that almost never does the back have anything to do with it. Because while I was down on my knees, I remembered getting an image years ago. I'd never had any pain, and this kinesiologist had me take these x-rays, and he said, oh, you better get on it now. Your lower back, your discs are all... And so that even comes into my mind. You know, oh, well, the discs now, they're finally acting up, all of that. Pain goes away, stays away, feels good. So I experience the same stuff you do. I just have been lucky enough to dedicate 20 years of my life to pain relief, and as hard as it was even for me, I was able to get through it and make the pain go away. So what's it mean for you? What do you do? What to do? Well, first of all, you might want to take another look at your mind. Because as soon as you hear this story, things can come up in your mind. Well, he knows how to do it. He's done it forever. He's different. I have this MRI. I have this. So that same mind that's feeding you all of that information is the same mind that repressed all the emotions in the first place and created your back pain or neck pain or shoulder pain. That's also the same mind that for your entire life it's been telling you you're not good enough, or you're unlovable, or you're not smart enough, or you're too tall or too short or too, you know, fat or too skinny, and all those other things that you've said to yourself, or your mind has said to you in front of the mirror, and not in front of the mirror for your whole life. So what to do is maybe be willing to take a fresh look, and instead of letting all the old beliefs and everything, it's my MRI, it's my this, it's my that. Look, there's a reason you're watching this video still, and there's a reason nothing has worked for you to get you pain-free. And I just shared my own experience. Not really here to sell you Zero Pain Now right now. What I am here to do is to let you know that there's hope for you, because even somebody whose entire life is this can suffer a bout of pain. And luckily, I knew what to do to fix it. And if you'd like me to help you do that, great. If not, also great. But I hope, if nothing else, you take from this video is to take some time and just kind of look at your thinking and look at your approach and look at what you've already done to try and feel better, and see if it hasn't worked. Maybe there's a reason why. Maybe there's a reason why none of the medical things have worked for you, because it doesn't really have anything to do with your spine or your back. That's a big belief to get over. But I'm here to share my own stories with you, and I can share thousands of others. So it was a horrifying experience for me. And I just wanted to come clean, because it seems the more I share with you from the heart, and wide open, maybe the more willing you'll be to step out of your box and finally heal your pain and finally feel better. So if you stuck around this long in this video listening to me babble on, you get brownie points. I really appreciate it. I want to thank you for letting me share my experience with you. If I can help you, reach out. If not, I wish you the very best. Here's to your pain-free life. Thanks again.